YouTube, it's Black, and today doing another deck profile, this time for Traptrix artifacts. This is decks have been running around recently on the internet for months due to the anticipation of artifacts coming out in Primal Origin. Now, I will not call this an original deck because I obviously got the idea from the guy who topped in the OCG with it, but the addition of the hands and a couple other things is from another guy who's on Pojo who posted the deck profile. Cannot find that link, and I truly apologize to him and everybody else for not being able to tell you where it comes from exactly, but if I run across it, I will add it in the description of the video. But basically, I took the two decks, modified them to more or less fit my own playstyle, and this is what I came up with. And I don't particularly enjoy playing this deck because I don't know, this is a hate deck for almost everything else I've played against, because I've left my opponents with literally nothing to do, and tons of surprises, tons of backup, and tons of back row to counter whatever they do. Now, there are obvious improvements that can be made to the deck and obvious plays, but let me run through it real quick so I can tell you what I've gotten and tell you what I found out. So, for the artifact lineup, we have 5 artifacts, which is 1 Begeltalk, 3 Moraltalk, and 1 artifact site. For other monsters, we have 3 Fire Hands, 1 Honest, 3 Ice Hands, 1 Thunder King, 3 Traptrix Dionea, and 3 Traptrix Murmillo. For spells, we have 1 Artifact Ignition, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole, 2 Double Cyclones, 1 Instant Fusion, 2 MSTs, and 2 Pot of Dualities. For Trap lineup, we have 3 Artifact Sanctums, 1 Bottomless, 2 Breakthrough Skills, 2 Call of Haunted, 1 Evac Device, 1 Warning, and 2 Void Trap Holes. For extra, we have Darkfire Dragon. Actually, this is supposed to be Carbonella Warrior. I couldn't remember Carbonella Warrior for the life of me. Plus, I'm not paying $10 for this damn thing! A Guild of the D-Knight makes Pleiades easier, and 1 Artifact Durandal, 2 Constellar Pleiades, got them before they jumped, 1 M7, Darkline Warrior Kano Grim, Diamond Direwolf, Exciton Knight. When the set releases, I may swap this out for something else because I do not own an Exciton Knight presently. An Evil Swarm Ouroboros, Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger, Silent Honor Arc, number 103 Ragnar Zero, Volcasaurus, and Tyrus. Now, another thing you actually can do with the deck, and something I'm trying to work back in, and I probably will eventually, is you can add Gale the Whirlwind into the deck, so you can go into Black Rose and Belzeeg. King of the Diabolic Dragon is a hell of a lot easier. I'm gonna work Gale back in, I just need to probably redo this deck after this video. Now, getting into the deck, your artifact engine, basically Begeltalk to pop set artifacts, Moraltalk is everyone's hate, and Artifact Scythe is actually the one artifact that's interchangeable. I like these two as well, Fall Knot and Labrys. There we go, and Labrys. Labrys because she can just pop out a hand, and Fall Knot because you can put artifacts back face down. Scythe is for decks I know that are extra deck centered, like Madolches and anything else that revolves around using the extra deck to get its advantage. Popping Scythe out with a Sanctum is really fucked up when they've got their setup and they say, okay, we got a Hoop Cake, we got my dog out, alright, now I'm gonna go to Lavera and get that Angeli back? No. Scythe says no, and they can't get over Scythe because of it. Now, getting into the hands, going back to the deck profile on Pojo, the addition of the hands I thought was a freaking stroke of genius. You have more constant level 4 floaters other than the Traptrix. Plus they have these awesome effects to destroy monsters, spells, and traps. So you don't have to rely too much on your double cyclones and your MSTs to get the job done. Really brilliant idea. Big props to you whoever thought of it, and I'm sorry I cannot find that page right now. Honest, because we run light monsters and mostly you're going to be sitting behind a Pleiades or another light monster. Thunder King really doesn't screw up much in this deck. I'm kind of on the fence about Thunder King right now because I like my Traptrix ads, I like my Duality ads, and even though Thunder Kings are really good, I just don't want to mess those up. So for now, Thunder Kings a maybe. You may want to add them, you may not, but it's all up to your own discretion. DNA, a constant rank 4 engine. You pull out Marmelo from the graveyard. Marmelo pops a spell or trap. You go into a rank 4 from there. And if you pull out DNA with DNA, you reset a trap hold that you had in the graveyard. Simple as that. Constant rank 4, really, well, instant rank 4 like Wolfbark, and just constant spamming of cards. This is great. Everybody knows what Traptrix Marmelo does. It's basically Rhoda for trap holes. So you get your bottomless, you get to your void trap holes, your bottomless, your Traptrix trap hole, Nightmare's easier. 3 of them necessary. Do not try to go without the 3 lineup 4 if you're going to play this version of the deck. Now, why am I only playing one Artifact Ignition? Because I play so much back row and so much hate for everything else. I usually don't have the space to fully activate this card because you need at least one other space open when you activate Ignition, because it needs to replace, it needs to set an artifact as well when it activates. I don't know if that rule is completely official, but that's the way it works on Dev Pro, and that's the rule I've been following ever since. So I feel like 1 is only necessary, plus since I'm only running 5 artifacts, it really didn't make sense to have 3 in the deck, but I can just pull them out with Sanctum. Book Moon and Dark Hole are obvious. Dark Hole really doesn't hurt me. I can always get my artifacts back with Call of Haunted and Follow Knot, and losing any of these Traptrix are not too bad because I can just pull them back with DNA. It doesn't pull back the hands, but it helps. Double Cyclone, just if I have to set artifacts, pop their back row, pop my artifact, get a free monster. Instant Fusion, if my computer would switch, Instant Fusion just makes rank 4 and rank 5 plays a whole lot easier. Because I'm running Carbonella Warrior and Guild of the D-Knight, I can just pop one of them out if I just have 1 artifact or 1 Traptrix, or 1 hand on the field if I need it. MST is kind of obvious, pop my own back row, pop their back row. Duality, just more search power and thinning the deck harder than I already have. Re-Sanctum, absolutely necessary, gets to pull out your Moral Tox faster, pop cards, pull out your sights to stall, and if it gets destroyed, you get to pop that 1 card on their field, which is awesome. Plus, this card actually works wonders with Labrys, because if Sanctum is destroyed, you chain Sanctum, and you get your artifact. Labrys can still special summon herself because Sanctum was destroyed, and it is an artifact card. So that's a cool thing if you wanted to know that. Now, for bottomless, kind of obvious, Breakthrough Skill over Fiendish Chain, because Battle Phase Moral Tox sucks balls. I've had it done to me, and I hate it. So Breakthrough Skill is just a quick chainable you can use to stop that effect. Plus, with more cards becoming immune to targeting, more cards being able to bounce Fiendish Chain a hell of a lot easier, that sudden just stop of the effect is a lot better. Call of Haunted, surprise artifacts on your opponent's turn are great. Surprise hands on your opponent's turn are great. Surprise Traptrix to pop back row is awesome. Bring back Thunder King, just instant access to any card in your graveyard, which get their effects on your opponent's turn, or if your opponent gets rid of them, or if they summon themselves. Wow, my driver is sucking today. Compulse, warning, just easy outs to a lot of things. 2 void trap balls, because I figured the artifact matchup is going to be incredibly rough for this deck, especially against pure artifacts, or if it ever makes it to the TCG Chronomaly artifacts. A lot of those things that are going to be summoned are going to have 2,000 or more attack and have effects when they're summoned, so Void Trap Hole kind of stops them from doing anything with that. So if you don't have it, get these now. Before I get into extra deck, for the side deck I'm still currently building at the moment, which is 2 Cycle Readers, a Fallen Knot, 1 Labrys, 2 Maxis, a second Artifact Ignition in the side just in case I need it, double Cyclone, another MST, regular Trap Holes, and that's for Boojins because I can just fuck your Yamato summon whenever I feel like it. I actually may replace this with something more useful. I just wanted to be trolling for like 5 seconds. And 2 Traptrix, Trap Hole, Nightmare, which may become relevant soon. I don't know, I just have them just in case. Now the other things you may see are Forbidden Tome. This is for mirror matches with artifacts as well. They can drop Honest on you or do whatever. Or even for Boojins, when they drop Crane and Honest on you at the same time, you can just flip Forbidden Tome and it switches it back to normal. It negates all Tenki ads, all Honest ads, all Crane ads, And if it's Yamato versus Morotak, or Yamato versus a beefed up hand, or Yamato versus Thunder King, he's gonna lose the Forbidden Tome. Now for the extra deck, obvious level 4, obvious level 5. Durandal, just 1 because I don't go into this card often. I prefer Pallades over it just to secure my position on the field. And 7, just when I've used up that Pallades. Darkline Warrior Kenogrim his effect is awesome because it allows me to target my own back row. If they try to MST something else, I can switch to target either their back row or the artifact I want to hit. Diamond Direwolf because pop itself, pop a card. Exciton because Exciton is a really good card. I may replace this with Synchros when I add Gale back into the deck. Hewswarm Ouroboros because with the hands and the Traptrix, it's really easy to have 3 level 4s in the field at one time. So it makes Ouroboros really easy to go into, and without Shockmaster, this is the next best thing. Pick cards out of hand, field, and graveyard is always the best option for me. And Gaia Dragon for extra overlays when I've run out of materials for my rank 5s. Silent Honor because Fish Boat is great. Ragnar Zero for any deck that, like Madolches, Bujins, whatever, will add attack to its original attack. Ragnar Zero is great, so just pop it. Volcasaurus, because everybody loves Volcasaurus, and Tyrus. But yeah, that about does it for this deck. This is, like I said, I don't particularly enjoy playing this deck. This will be probably my #1 competitive deck when Primal Origin hits, because of, well, 1, how consistent it is, how good artifacts actually will be, and how much consistency the hands and the Traptrix add to the deck. Also, when I'm online, this is the deck I play if I feel like, you know what, I hate the world today. So, as obvious, this is still, as always, this is still a work in progress, and do not take this deck profile as law, because there's always room for improvement. And if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. I'm willing to talk and willing to change and adapt the deck based on what works better. But as always, thank you all for watching. Stay black, and I will see you next time.